We've got a lot in common. This is... Oh my goodness, I'm having goosebumps. This is silly.
And also a responsible one. He was so responsible that after graduating, he immediately went to work as a data analyst for a real estate company to help provide for his family. It was a stressful job, but he was able to cope by watching his favorite K-dramas. From then on, everything was smooth sailing. Until the big what if started.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, those in between, welcome back to my channel. My name is Everett, and today we're going to react to another SB19's video. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful time wherever you are in the world right now. And if you're completely brand new to this channel, I'd like you to check out my other reaction videos, especially my reaction videos to SB19's videos. And if you like them, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for closing out this video. Anyway, today I'm very much excited about making this reaction video. And I decided to make a reaction video to another CashualChuck's mini documentary. And this one is about Pablo's personal life. The title of this video is What Nobody Understands About Pablo of SB19, and I've already made a reaction video to one video about Ken, and it was very interesting. I really love that video because watching that video gave me a lot of information about how Ken as a person is, and I love the idea that CashualChuck featured Pablo in this video in order to give 18, specifically baby 18 like me, some ideas and some information about what he is like, not just an artist but as a human being. But anyway guys, I'm very much excited about watching this video. I don't want to keep you waiting for much longer, and without any further ado, let's get the ball rolling. What nobody understands about Pablo.
It's okay to make mistakes, but don't.
I like that.
Sino ang pinakamatagal mag-ayos?
Okay, hang on. I would like to say something about what he just said. He said it's okay to make mistakes, but don't. Okay, generally speaking, making mistakes is inevitable, but I think what he means exactly by that is that it's okay to make mistakes, but don't do it on purpose. Like, you know, it's a mistake and still you choose to make it. So yeah, I love that.
Let's go! Hindi ko po hindi yun ako. I did unspeakable things talaga.
Chuck the fanboy reactor. Alright.
Everybody would love a taste of Pablo's life, having his own family business and the utmost respect from his co-members and fans. Pablo's life seems perfect, yet the truth is completely different. Not too long ago, he has been put in the shadows even though his role with SB19 is supposed to be significant. There were moments that his work wasn't even acknowledged. He is also seen as a member who has the strongest personality, which most people don't understand. But I'm telling you, Pablo's story is a revelation because it proves otherwise, and you're about to hear it.
Wow.
So
okay, hang on. Let me rewind this video because I personally think that Pablo really looks so cute in this video clip. I really love this hairstyle. I don't know about you guys, I think you have your own preference when it comes down to his hairstyle, but in my case, if you ask me, I'd rather he had this hairstyle. Yes. I don't know, there's just something about this hairstyle that makes him look even cuter and younger than his age. But anyway, let's move on.
So sit back and enjoy, because it's going to be a heck of a ride. John Paulo Nase was born and raised in Imus, Cavite. He's the second-born child along with two sisters and two brothers. Their mom took care of them while their dad provided for them financially from overseas. Pablo grew up as a shy kid who tends to space out, and because of that, he sometimes wandered off of their pack when they were outside. There was a time when their family was in the mall and he suddenly went missing.
What?
They panicked for a little bit, only to find him urinating on a plant in the corner. There was also another time
That's
when
cute.
he fell into the canal. Pablo's childhood was never boring because he was surrounded by a loving family. As a teenager, Pablo was very active in sports. In fact, he made it to his high school's varsity basketball team playing the point guard position.
Wow.
Behind the scenes, his passion for music got ignited when he found the hip-hop artists like Eminem, Glock 9, G-Dragon, Looney, and NF. This is
Okay.
when he started writing songs in secret as an outlet for his emotions. He kept the dream of performing to himself because of his shy attitude. Most families in the Philippines believe that going overseas will set you up for life, and Pablo's
Right.
family wasn't a stranger to that. He initially took up accountancy in college because the job was in demand abroad.
Wow.
But he immediately regretted it and felt that the course wasn't for him. He loved writing
Wow.
songs and wanted to get better at it, so he decided to shift his course to a Bachelor
Wow.
of Arts in English.
Okay,
This is when
hang on. Before we move on, I would just like to say that I also majored in accountancy, but because my friends dropped out of school, I decided to shift from accountancy to commerce. Yeah, because I was the only one left in accountancy department, so I was really alone, and I had nobody to hang around with. So I decided to shift from accountancy to commerce because, yeah, just like Pablo, I also regretted choosing this major because in the first place I was never interested in it. You know what I mean? And I graduated from college majoring in commerce, and I was supposed to graduate as cum laude. However, because I had one low grade, which was 3.0, and the main reason why my teacher gave me that grade was that the rest of my classmates were not able to pass that subject. So she honestly thought that the reason why I got a high score in all of my exams was that I cheated. And then eventually she came around when I won extemporaneous speaking contest in our department, first place. And she approached me after the competition because she happened to be one of the judges, and then she told me that she felt sorry about judging me back when she was teaching me. Yeah. Alright, everything happens for a reason, but anyway, let's move on.
he started learning about poetry and different types of literature, which definitely played a big role in the future. In his senior year, his younger siblings started going to college as well, and their family's income was no longer enough to keep them all in school. So he started working as a call center agent at night while studying in the morning. He worked a full 9-hour shift, also full-time at school. Honestly, I couldn't imagine how he survived all that, but he did. He got his bachelor's degree in English, and according to some sources, if only he wasn't a shifter,
Oh my
he would have
gosh, I'm
graduated
having
cum laude.
goosebumps.
He's a smart dude for sure.
Oh my goodness, I'm having goosebumps. I'm having goosebumps. Pablo and I have a lot in common. We've got a lot in common. He graduated cum laude. I was supposed to graduate as cum laude. And I also worked for a call center, but it didn't last long because I really had a rough time staying all night long. And so I was able to get a job as an English teacher. Well, I majored in commerce, but surprisingly, I became passionate about teaching, and it was totally unplanned. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And one more thing, guys. Pablo, his zodiac sign is Virgo. My zodiac sign is also Virgo. We've got a lot in common. This is... Oh my goodness, I'm having goosebumps. This is silly.
And also a responsible one. He was so responsible that after graduating, he immediately went to work as a data analyst for a real estate company to help provide for his family. It was a stressful job, but he was able to cope by watching his favorite K-dramas. From then on, everything was smooth sailing, until the big what if started bothering him. Deep inside,
Just like him, I also stepped in to become the breadwinner of the family when my father passed away. gosh. This is insane.
He had this unfinished business of making music. So one day, he decided to follow his passion while keeping his full-time job. He started joining rap battles and competitions as a soloist. He initially wanted to use Seismic as his screen name, which has a double entendre for seismic. But he never managed to share it because he is a shy dude, so he always ended up telling his real name instead. To this day, that screen name remained to be in Pablo's username on his social media accounts. If you want to know more about the meaning of it, check out the video I made about it. Link in the description. You can also join the highest tier membership if you want to support me and also be credited as one of the executive producers. Going back, Pablo kept competing despite not winning until one fateful night when Miss Hongganda of Show BT found him in a contest. She offered to train him as a solo artist but ended up becoming the leader of the boy group that would end up rewriting Filipino music history. They underwent a Korean training style that is notorious for pushing trainees to their absolute limits. Pablo reached a point that it became too difficult for him that he had to choose between his job and the training. Realizing that he was only half step in, he decided to go all in by quitting his job.
And then he chose the training over his job. Wow, what a risk taker. Wow. Wow.
He told his mom about it, and as expected, his decision was questioned. But she didn't stop him from chasing his dreams. With his job gone comes no income. Life became so hard for Pablo that he had to skip meals and sleep in their camp just to extend his remaining money for commuting back home every few days because his home was miles away. In order to survive, he performed in different Korean events with his group called PHP, which was also composed of other Show BT trainees. This went on for 3 years. Fast forward to 2018, SB19 was formed and they debuted with a song called Tila Luha, which was written by none other than Pablo.
I really love this song.
This was a song that was supposed to capture the hearts of the Filipino people.
Love this song.
But sadly, barely anyone cared about it. The same thing happened to their second single, Go Up. This was supposed to be the time when he could tell his parents that he has finally made it. But instead, it became the reason why he started to question himself. This was a major blow to his confidence, so he shut himself off from the public and did some quote-unquote unspeakable things.
Oh my goodness, I'm having goosebumps.
If it wasn't for George and Pablo's faith in God, he wouldn't be here today. This was also around the time when he wrote the song La Luna, which exactly described the situation he was in. It's so wild knowing that his recent song actually came from several years back, and there's no telling how many he's already done because he describes himself as someone who always writes music. When the Go Up dance practice video was uploaded, their popularity snowballed.
Okay, by the way guys, there's another thing that Pablo and I have in common, and that is I also love music. I'm a music lover, but the only huge difference is that, of course, Pablo is a superstar and I'm just an ordinary person. And I also love singing. I consider myself somebody amateur, and in fact, I can sing. Yes, but unfortunately, because of poverty, because of lack of money, I wasn't able to pursue this dream. And in fact, back when I was in high school and also in college, I auditioned to singing competitions here in our city. Fortunately, I was qualified, but I wasn't able to make it to the competition itself because, number one, I wouldn't have the instrumental music because I couldn't afford to buy one. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And if you guys want to hear me sing, I'll give it a shot. One of my most favorite songs, which I would sing whenever I auditioned to singing competitions, was On the Wings of Love. And it goes a little something like this. Yes, you belong to me, and I'm yours exclusively. Right now we live and breathe each other. Inseparable it seems, we're flowing like a stream, running free, traveling on the wings of love. Alright, we better move on. I'm so sorry.
A follow-up song was released called Alab, which was also written by him, but the fans noticed that something was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Pablo's name was nowhere to be found in the credits, and when the movie Game Boys was released, SB19's Hanggang sa Huli was the original soundtrack, and it happened again.
Love the song too.
Twitter fans went ballistic, and there was even a movement that encouraged everyone to mass email Show BT just to give him the credit he deserved. Thankfully, it was heard. If it wasn't for 18, maybe Pablo wouldn't have gotten the music royalties he has now. So what exactly is it that people don't understand about Pablo? Most people would say it's his sassy attitude, but I beg to disagree. We learned in his story
Love the
that
way he
he's
goes.
arguably the most introverted person in this group.
Oh my-
Stell perfectly
what?
described it in this clip.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na lang siya nagaganon. Sa isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gaganon. Tapos biglang gaganon siya. Gaganon po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
Some fans and even him
I'm having goosebumps. I mean, just wow. I mean, I am introverted too. But over the years, I've learned how to be ambiverted, which means somebody in between introverted and extroverted. I mean, now I'm able to get along with people when I know it's necessary. And but most of the time, I prefer to be alone because I don't know. That is just so me, you know. And just like him, I also soliloquize, especially in my private space. And there's nothing wrong with it actually, as long as you don't allow people to see you. Psychologically, that's normal. It's normal to soliloquize. But what is not normal is when people see you do that without you thinking about other people around you. Then that is not normal. You better see a psychologist when that happens. But anyway, let's move on.
also think that he's the worst dancer among them, but his co-members think otherwise.
I'm really bad at memorizing steps. Yeah, I'm really, really bad. So
But
I
you're a good
take
dancer.
extra time.
But you're a good
practicing.
dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't even tell us that he can backflip. He's also a gamer. He even used his favorite video game character as an inspiration for one of his songs. Talk about a game changer. Most people think he's a poet, but he describes himself more as a bard who tells his stories through his music. Music that transcends generations and is backed up by recognition.
The winner of this season of the Juki Music Awards is Pablo.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow, Pablo.
Wow.
Winner of the Composer of the Year award goes to John Paulo Nasir. Congratulations.
Wow.
He can sing, he can rap, he can shoot, he can pop, he can play, he can snap, he can flip, and he can't stop. Pablo's mind is a race, and he's always 5 steps ahead of us. He does what he does because he strives for perfection, which brings us to the most misunderstood thing about him, his reputation as a genius. Sometimes it makes me wonder, why does Pablo keep on asking this question?
Why us? Why are we here right now?
I love
The
that.
answer for me is the lesson I learned from his story. I learned that the person performs better when there's no safety net. He had no plan B. Pablo gave up everything and decided to go all in by focusing on getting better at his
Wow.
craft. He believed that failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Wow.
So he made the world his library to become the best version of himself and became the guy who worked while others slept. The guy who learned while others partied. The guy who led while others followed. The guy who lived like others only dreamed of. A leader has the capacity to translate vision into reality. That's the answer to Pablo's why.
Wow. Alright! I love this video a lot! Okay, I'm gonna just make my introduction short and simple. I just want to say that I really love this video. It feels great to know that Pablo and I have a lot in common. It makes me be drawn into him even more. And now I understand why, even though he's not the very first member of SB19 who I noticed right away, it was actually Stell, and then I became Mahalima. Like every time I watch videos of SB19, I can't help switching from one bias to another, and so now I consider myself as Mahalima because I just love every one of them equally. But there's just one person who weighs a little bit heavier in my heart, and that's somebody you have yet to find out. But anyway, guys, please let me know what you think of this video in the comment section below, because of course I would also love to hear your thoughts and opinions of this. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when the next video comes out. Saudi!